Love Island. Oh, y'all are not ready.
Just dancing around the club, having a good time. I think they're gonna be in for a hard lesson.
Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing The Challenge USA, Season 1, Episode 1. This is gonna be a trial run because I've done The Challenge here before. Sometimes y'all are rocking with it, sometimes y'all are not, but I know a lot of people here love Love Island. We have some Survivor fans in my subscribers as well. There's also Amazing Race playing the game along with Big Brother. So if y'all are vibing with it, I will keep the reviews going. Before I get into it, please make sure to like the video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. My personal favorites are Tiffany, Shan, Tyson, Kayla, Justine, Desi, Shannon, Giovanni, Tasha, DX, also known as Derek, James, and Leo. Now, I will admit, there's a hell of a lot of people. There are so many people. So if you are new to any of these shows, it might be overwhelming. If you watch all the shows, then you're already familiar with all these people. So unfortunately, I'm not gonna go into a deep dive of who everybody is just because there's just so much, all right? But just touching on a couple drama points from before the show, we have Alyssa and Derek who are seeking revenge from the cookout, and a short history on the cookout is in Big Brother's most recent season, the Black people did come together and say, you know, we're going to change the trajectory of the game of Black people in the show, and we're going to band together and make an alliance. However, they decided to have outside people be their number one from an optic standpoint. However, they were always true to each other.
Alyssa is easily probably the closest ally I have from the Big Brother group.
Me and Derek were pawns in the Cookouts game, and honestly what I'm excited about is getting my revenge on the whole alliance.
We also have exes from Love Island. Cachet and Cinco are exes from the most recent season, and then from the first season we have Kira and Cashel.
We were driving from Tahoe down to Lake Arrowhead. It was an 8-hour drive. We broke up about hour 4.
Fine, it won't be awkward. We'll be fine.
No, not awkward at all.
We're both chill people.
So chill.
Why are you just repeating what I'm saying?
I'm with anybody. Like, if they get together, I'm gonna keep my distance because it's like at the end of the day, I don't wanna see it.
I wanna focus on this game. For me to get past it, I don't gotta talk to her.
And then the last little bit, it's not really drama, but there are only 3 not Survivor, I always want to say Survivor, Amazing Race players, only 3, which could be an advantage and a disadvantage. A disadvantage is obviously all these other groups of people have a lot of numbers, have better relationships with each other, but being that there's only 3 Amazing Race people, they're not a threat in terms of numbers, and it might be easy for them to infiltrate these little sectors in the house. So one thing I like about this season is that the people playing the game are actually aware of the game. What I've been annoyed by in the regular season of the challenge is that they recruit these people from these other shows who have no idea how to play the challenge, and then when they could be in power positions, they give it up to the vets because the vets actually know how to play the game, whereas the rookies are walking in naive and then find themselves eliminated. The good thing is everybody knows how to play the game, in theory, and everybody is a rookie, so therefore the game is going to be defined by this season, right? This season, everyone starts with $1,000 in their bank, and the way to get to the finals is that you must have at least $5,000 in your bank. The way to win the $5,000 is either winning a daily challenge or winning in the elimination where you steal the bank of the person who you eliminated, right? So they are also going to be playing in co-ed pairs, and the pairs are Angela and Tyson, Kayla and David, Xavier and Tasha, Ben and Alyssa, Kylan and Azza, Tiffany and Leo, Dominic and Justine, Cashel and Kira, Desi and Cinco, Sarah and Enzo, Giovanni and Selly, DX and Cash, James and Shannon, and Danny and Shan. So the reason why I wrote all these out was because I was thinking these were going to be the partners for the entire season. No. There is something that TJ introduced called the algorithm, where it prevents people from having the same partner at all. So you play with everybody. And once everyone has played with everyone, you don't get the same partner back to back. So these partnerships will be ever changing, which is good because you can't really lean on your alliances. Sometimes you'll be aligned with somebody who's in an alliance that you don't necessarily work with, which forces you to change your game. It also prevents steamrolling through the game, which is something that is used to being which we're used to seeing in the challenge. The first challenge is called Down to Do the Math, where the pairs scale the building to solve math questions. If you get the answer wrong 3 times, you have to climb up the stairs and restart. I have to say, Miss Azza, from watching her on Big Brother, my hopes were in the pits. They were. I had zero expectations with Azza, but she proved me wrong. She really did.
That's 12. We're good. See, lower faster now. We got time, Azza. 45.
Times 2. 90.
Yeah, no, probably in the shape. Get that strap off.
She even said that she was afraid of heights, which you really couldn't even tell at all. And even though they didn't solve the math equation right the first time, they had to scale up the stairs again, she did pretty well. I expected her to have panicked early. I expected her to have gassed out on the stairs or something. I didn't expect that they would make it down even a second time. Hey, I gotta give my props to Azza. It's very controversial whether or not she's even a good player at all, considering the game that she played on Big Brother, but I think she showed up and she performed this time around. Kayla almost fumbled the bag being tied to David. David is another person whose game I have zero hope in. His performance on Big Brother was absolutely abysmal. I'm so sorry. I'm still wondering why he was brought onto an all-star season. I think everybody was sold on his potential, and the reality is there wasn't much.
15 divided by 5 is 15.
What is it?
It's 15. Oh, shit. 50.
15 times 5. 15 times 5, 30. 60, 70.
I think the algorithm twist is definitely going to work in people's favor, because if you get tied to a liability for the rest of the season, the way that I would be vexed. So it's good that Kayla might have a redemption by being partnered with somebody else, preferably Tyson, because Tyson is killing it, okay? Him and Angela were easily one of the better teams just from face value, even before knowing the results. They just whipped through the math like it was grade 1.
I was a gymnast, and then I was a professional pole vaulter, and then I did stunt training.
Plus 4 is 100. Divided by 5.
20.
Good job, guys.
Thor and freaking Wonder Woman are rappelling down the line.
Some other notable teams that performed well were Sarah and Enzo, Shan and Danny, Tasha and Xavier, and Desi and Cinco. But the winners were obviously Tyson and Angela. Angela said that in her season of Big Brother, she was like known as a cold person. I think she just wasn't friendly. And I don't see that changing, but it works for the challenge. Being cutthroat, being cold, being just about the game, it works. And her being tied with Tyson is a great partnership. It's unfortunate that they likely won't be partnered again, but it was nice to see them be a powerhouse duo for the first episode. Because they are a BB Survivor duo, they are considering going for pairs who are not in Big Brother or Survivor, and that leaves Shannon and James, because Shannon is Love Island, James is Amazing Race, and Sally and Giovanni. I think there was another group as well. And so they're consulting Azza and Kyland for who they would potentially like to go in. And obviously they pick Shannon and James because Shannon has been expressing that she didn't want to be on the challenge anymore.
Somebody who doesn't want to be here probably won't fight as hard.
I don't even care if that's true or not. Secretly, I don't give a flying fuck, dude. Get them all out of here.
But James is also a part of the smallest other alliance.
Yes.
Amazing Race.
Amazing Race.
See, here's the thing about the challenge, okay? If you even breathe on somebody the wrong way, That's enough for people to want to send you home. It's not about, oh, I want to go against the best. Oh, no, I want my people around. So if people aren't latching on to you, great. Like if you eat somebody's pizza, you're going up to elimination. If you start a fight, you're going up for elimination. If you end last, you're it's the most petty reasons. And so Shannon is kind of confused why she's still being considered, because she's like, oh, but my demeanor has changed. It doesn't matter. This is the challenge.
I'm making this into a positive experience.
Yes, and I think people are using that as a reason to throw us into elimination. I don't want you to stress about it right now because I'm gonna try to do what I can to make sure we don't.
Because my knowledge of reality TV, I know how all these people operate. And that's gonna help me do what I came here to do.
Ultimately, I believed their fate was written in stone. It was solidified. There was no way out. But James, who has been studying not only reality TV, but every reality TV star on the cast, is playing an amazing social game.
Who has a better shot at Sally and Joe? Because they're not on the same page as a team. I really think Shannon can beat Ozza. And I don't know if you want to talk to Ozza about that. It's survival mode at this point. I want to be here. I want to play the game.
I'll just keep whispering in their ear a little bit.
Yeah.
Angela and Tyson choose to send in Sally and Giovanni, who were not prepared at all. And they're playing a game against Ozza and Kylan called Not So Fast, yes. And essentially, you are tied to your partner and a large rope that you have to tie knots around this big prism. And then you switch sides and your opponents are trying to untie your knots. I have to give credit to Ozza again. I thought she would not have the stamina to keep up. She kept up.
All right, wait, 1, 2, 3. Giovanni, literally just this. I'm not stopping.
Keep going, Ozza.
So even though a lot of them said that they do watch the challenge, Giovanni and Sally were unfortunate enough to be on the same team, and you never partner up with your alliance member because you will lose numbers quickly if you keep losing. So Love Island has already lost 2 people in one go. They are the tightest alliance there, but that was a blunder. Unfortunately, they don't even get to really play a strategic game because the algorithm gets to choose your partner for you. The verdict is still out on whether or not I truly do like that twist. Because personally, I would have liked to see what Angela and Tyson could have done, the damage they could have done in this game. Because I like how Tyson plays. Like, he's more strategic than a lot of the people in this house. And so if he would have been established as like a challenge vet going forward, like he's this like powerhouse player with Angela, like I thought that would be a cool dynamic, but we will see. This is the first season of its kind. Everybody, this is their first time playing the challenge, so I'm optimistic. I hope you're optimistic. Just to let you know about posting, because this channel is hectic right now, it'll probably be going up on Thursday afternoon, evenings. So look out for that. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll potentially see you in the next one.